Hey first graders, this is Mrs. Allen and we are working on Math L130, combine coins in mixed order. I think that when I printed these off, I forgot to copy and paste a couple things, or at least one thing anyway, and that is the sea creature at the top. I believe these are usually the sea turtles, and then the diff is the octopus at the top. But as normal, the front of the worksheets are the same, and then of course the back is a little different. So let's talk about that top part. It says write the amount. So as always, we are going to write down how much the coins are worth. And then we can draw the line to help us remember that we're going to be switching our gears and counting differently. So we see these three coins are the exact same. They have George Washington on the front and they are the larger size. So this is 25. Okay. And we know this changes. We're going to draw a line. And these two coins are the same and they're small and they have Roosevelt in the front. So we've got, these are 10s. Okay. And now we're going to count from left to right. So we count 25s, then we say freeze and then count by 10s. So let's go. 25, 50, 75, freeze, 85, and 95. Okay. Down here, same thing. This is the only coin that's like this in this row. So I'm going to draw that line. That one matches that up there. It's 25. And these all are the same. They're the little guys. They got Roosevelt on it, so they're worth 10s. Okay, oops. And now let's count. 25, freeze, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. Okay. Now at the bottom it says write the answer. So number one, we need to make sure that we're paying very close attention to the symbols because they are a mix this time. Okay. So 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 minus 0 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. Number 2, 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. Number 3, 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. All right, now on the back, so the L131, not the, or the L100, not the diff with the octopus, but the other one on the back, it looks like this. And it says write the amount. So now we have these coins. We know how to count quarters. We know how to count dimes, nickels, and pennies. We know how to do those in order. Well, now we're going to learn how to combine these coins, but we're going to mix them up now. Because when you take money out of your pocket and you count it, it's not going to automatically organize itself. You have to organize it yourself, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to organize these. Now, obviously, we can't organize them on the paper because we can't move them around. What we're going to do is we're going to organize them by first figuring out what they are, figuring out how we're going to count them, and then crossing them out as we count, okay? So the first thing we need to do is we need to identify these coins. So I see that this has Jefferson. It's kind of it's not as big as that coin. This is 5, okay? I'm going to look to see if I find any other coins that are like that. Nope. All right, so this one is the big guy. We know that's 25. Do I see any of the quarters? No. We have Abraham Lincoln, so that's 1. That one's the same, that one's the same, and that one is the same. This little guy is the little one, and it's got Roosevelt on it, so it's going to be 10. Now, obviously, I can't really draw the lines here now to say freeze, just because it's a mix, okay? So I'm not going to worry about drawing lines now. But what I do need to remember is that when I count these, I'm going to count these starting with the highest quality or highest quantity going down. So the highest number and going down. That's always easier. When we do addition, when you do something plus something, something, we learned that it was easier to count the highest number first and work down. Well, it's the same concept with these coins. You want to count the highest number and then count down to the smallest number as you go. It makes it a lot easier. And as we do that, we're going to cross out the coins, okay? So let's start off with 25. So 25, and then what comes next? So we're counting from the biggest amount to the smallest, 10s. So what comes after 25 when we count by 10s? So 25, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. You could technically count starting with the pennies and going up, but trust me, it's so much easier starting with the quarters and going and counting back, okay? Because if I were to count starting with pennies, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 10 is 19. Oh, 19 plus 25. You see how it's harder? It's easier just to start with the quarters and work down, okay? So now the next row, we have a dime. I see another dime, a quarter, another quarter, so those are 25s. I see a nickel, 5, and another nickel, so those are 5s. And now I see a penny. There's a penny, and there's a penny. All right, so again, I'm going to count first quarters, then dimes, then nickels, and then pennies, and I'm going to cross them out as I go so I don't accidentally count the same coin twice. Now when I count coins for real, as I count them, I'm moving them off to the side to make sure I don't accidentally count them again. And so this is kind of the same idea with crossing them out, so you're not accidentally counting them again. All right, let's start with the quarters. 25, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82. So that's 82 cents. Okay, last row we have a dime, 3 dimes, oh, and a 4th dime. So we have 4 dimes, so we rate the 10s 4 times. We see a nickel, so that's 5. That's the only nickel. I see a quarter, so that's 25. That's the only quarter. Then I see 2 pennies, 1 and a 1. All right, let's start counting with our quarters. 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 70, 71, 72. 72 cents. Now on the back of the octopus, you're going to draw quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. You need to draw all 4 coins in each of these boxes, not just quarters or just dimes and nickels. It needs to be all 4. You don't have to put them in order, okay? But you'd have at least 4 coins, and then don't forget to label them. Don't forget to write, 25 or 10 or 5 or 1 inside the circle so I know which ones you're drawing, and then write the amount. Okay, and that is our math for today.